want you, girl. It's been here today, no tomorrow. And just when I think I get over you, I come back. Girl, you're just a bad addiction. Girl, it feels so strong. Hey, yeah. And it won't let go. Hey, everybody. What's up? It's your girl, Bondi Blue, and I am back for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 10, the reunion part 3, y'all. I'm so glad it's over. I'm so glad this was the last part because I'm done, okay? I'm tired and I'm done. I don't want to see Kim Zolciak or Sheree next season, which I heard they did not get their little letters in the mail saying that their contracts will be extended, even though I feel like, Kim, bitch, you ain't really have no contract, but thank you. We will not be asking you back, bitch, okay? Let's just go ahead and get into it because I feel some type of way about her. And it was God's plan, okay, for this to come out and let it be known, okay, so it consistently and forever be broke down to the people in the back who thought that Kim wasn't a racist. Bitch, racism by denial is still racism, okay? Let's just go ahead and get into how it started off. So Nene and Kim are arguing back and forth. You're just jealous, bitch. Ain't nobody jealous of them floaters on your chest or them floaters on your lips, bitch. Ain't nobody jealous of you. Where is your scooter, bitch? Okay, where is your scooter? Let us know. All right, this argument is going on, but you know what? We don't have time for this because y'all are going to argue further within the episode. So let's just jump over to Sheree because we're not getting nowhere with this, all right? So we get on Tyrone and Sheree. And Sheree says that Callie, her daughter, even though during the clip showed some disdain for her mama thinking that it was cool to date a man in prison, she says that Callie, every time she's lying, I think she's hitting that ponytail. Okay, Callie's okay with it now. She's fine with it, okay? I'm their mom. They just want me to be happy, you know? And Andy is still confused about when Tyrone is getting out of jail. And it's like because the criminal justice system is beyond some bullshit, okay? That's why. Not to say that that's the situation with Tyrone, but a lot of the times people are just in jail for unlimited amounts of time until they get a court date, okay? And sometimes they go months, years without getting a court date, which to me should be considered, illegal since there are due speedy trial. That's part of the Constitution, but whatever. Sheree says that, he should be getting a court date soon. He should be getting a court date soon. And he should be out in 2 years because, you do 10 and you do 8. So he should just have 2 more years. Will you be waiting for him, Sheree? No, I won't be waiting for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm still out here. I'm still having fun. I'm still dating, But you said you were in love with him, Sheree. How are you, in love with him if you don't plan to wait on him? You know what I'm saying? It's very confusing, Sheree. We're all confused by you. Portia asks, why would you get with a man who's not really available to you to give you all of what we all think that you deserve, She was trying to be nice to Sheree, but Sheree said, oh, well, we all pick our mates for different reasons. Some people like to date married men, and he's not always available to you. I love the fact that every time somebody says something to Portia, Portia was like this. Like just eye roll for Jesus, y'all. Eye roll for Jesus. Sheree, that's what works on my nerves about you. Unlike almost everybody else sitting on this couch with the exception of Kim, I feel like you throw shade unnecessarily. Like through the episode, there was a time where Portia coughed. And Sheree was like, and she was like, no, I was really coughing. She was like, yeah, me too. And it's like, bitch, could you, calm down with your stank attitude? I mean, geez. She can't even cough without you taking it as shade. Somebody needs to go sit their ass down somewhere. I feel like if a bitch can't cough without you taking it as shade, you don't need to be on the show no more further. Okay? So they asked her, did Tyrone help pay for that house? Did he help pay for the chateau? Should we be changing the name from Chateau Sheree to Chateau Tyrone, bitch? And she said, no, he did not help her. She wished that he did help her. And I'm just like, girl, I can't believe nothing that's coming out of your mouth or Kim's mouth, and I really don't care. You wanted to be with Tyrone for I don't know what reason, for somebody that's always trying to be, putting on airs for everybody, somebody that's always trying to keep up with the Joneses. Why would you want to be with a man who's in jail? I almost feel like maybe you started messing with him to piss Nene off because you knew that it would be brought on the show to further keep your check, but I feel like you put your money on the white girl and lost. No disrespect other white girls, but in this situation, because Kim had to let everybody know how all the ladies were African American after the show was over, so I'm going to keep calling a bitch white because that's what she is, okay? It's no shade, but it is what it is. You put your money on a white girl who got low-key, racist tendencies, and you her black friend with your black daughter that has all white friends. All of this shit link up into my head as Sheree being the Uncle Tom. She not proud of who she is. She has some type of identity crisis. She is not clear on who she is as a woman, as Iyanla would say. It's a whole bunch of shit that I find wrong with Sheree Whitfield, including that tight-ass ponytail and that pink Power Ranger prom dress that bitch got on that she thinks she's serving it and doing it in. We're serving it. No, you not. Shout out to Amanda Seals. When Sheree made that little comment about married men, Andy said it was very reminiscent of when Nene told Kim to keep her legs closed to married men. And then Kim says, too bad Greg was married when you met him. And I have heard that rumor, but I think Kim put that out there. She said she met Greg in 1996 and ain't nobody on this stage knew him. So if he was married, bitch, how would you have known, okay? Did you look it up? Are you stalking me? Are you running behind me, bitch? Like, are you going through my mail, bitch? Are you going through my trash? Kim, what's going on? Because you think everybody out here stalking you, but you know way too much information about people who you not even cool with and haven't been on the show with for years, okay? Like Candy said, you watching like a fucking fan, spectating, judging, and then come sit your ass on this stage with them duckbill platypus pussy lips on your mouth, okay, on your face, okay, with that double chin. Every 5 minutes. I love that production shaded you by showing every bad angle they could find. You could shade and say little slick shit and make terrible accusations about people, and then when they clock you, check you, or read you, you want to play victim and give us your white woman tears. Girl, go sit the fuck down somewhere. Thank you very much. Return to sender because we don't want her. All right? Nene said, well, girl, you want to tell my business. What about you dancing at Oasis in your nurse's uniform? Yeah, you wasn't really a registered nurse. You was dancing, stripping in a nurse's costume, bitch, at Club Oasis. And before she got with Big Papa, she dated 2 married men. Want to talk about married men? You dated 2 married men before Big Papa. One of them bought you that house in Sugarloaf. So Andy was like, did Big Papa ever divorce his wife? Nene was like, no, he did not. And of course, she's gonna act like she doesn't know. Kim's like, I've been recording for 7 years. I don't know. It's like, bitch, you know, and you know Big Papa ain't never left his wife, and he wasn't gonna ever leave his wife. And I wanna know what the wife looked like and why he would ever cheat on his wife for the face that you had back then, bitch. Go to bed. So then they get on why Nene was so defensive when people asked her about Tyrone. She said she had a separate conversation with Sheree about this situation beforehand. And then I think production was asking her about Tyrone. That's why she said she gave Sheree the heads up about Tyrone. But she was tired of being asked about him. She said that knowing the little bit she knows about Tyrone, he is perfect for Sheree, which means y'all both are flawed and y'all can be flawed together. That's what she meant by that, okay? And Sheree was like, little bit. I thought you said you sucked his dick on Twitter. And she said, yes, I was being sarcastic because I was tired of being asked about him. Andy says he had a phone conversation with Tyrone, which we saw that on part 1. He says that Nene stalked him and showed up wherever the hell he was and was trying to get with him and was being very aggressive, and she's not his type and he wasn't interested. And Nene is like, well, we'll ask Tyrone when he get out of jail, okay? Until then, bye-bye. In response to him saying that, Nene was like, yes, I sucked his dick. That's what I did. I sucked his dick. That's me. I follow people. I want them. I stalk them. That's me. Y'all know that. That's what I do. I thought it was a perfect way to handle when somebody keeps saying something about you that you know is not true. Or even if it is true, it's still a good way to make them feel like they're being stupid. It's like, yeah, I did it. Now what? always say that, y'all. That is the way I have gotten through many a situation when people trying to call you out on shit. Yeah, I did it, and like, you can't tell my story. You can't make me feel bad about anything I've done in my life because it's my life, okay? You can't tell me nothing about me, bitch, all right? So if I did something and you feel like you about to put that shit on blast, I'm gonna be like, so yeah, what's your point? So I did it, and what? So what does that mean? Like, and? Like, that has always been my response. So I like the way Nene handled that shit with Tyrone. Because, of course, we will never know what actually took place between her and Tyrone. But I don't believe that she was, like, pursuing him. She had beef with him back then. So how much time did we go between trying to stalk him and having beef with him? Girl, once again, Lyrone, Sheree, go to bed. Sheree doesn't think anything happened between Tyrone and Nene either. So I'm like, why are you insinuating it? Why would you even say, oh, I thought you said you sucked his dick, if you know nothing happened between them? You knew she was being sarcastic. You was just trying to shade her with chewing that old thick-ass yacky ponytail, bitch. Go to bed. So then we get on the beefish between Kim and Kenya. And we all know how this started. Sheree and Kim had their little lightweight beef going back and forth between Moore Manor and Chateau Sheree. And Kenya came over to the house and went down into the basement, and Kim decided to interject herself into the situation between Kenya and Sheree, which she didn't even have to. So from then on, she had beef with Kenya and would make little slide comments. Kenya did not like her, so when they all went to Nene's housewarming party and she showed up uninvited and had her daughter down in the fucking basement taking pictures of water bugs and calling them roaches, you kept fucking with Kenya, okay? Kenya was ignoring you, and you kept making comments about her husband not being real and her husband being fake until she went off on your ass and called you out on what you had just recently done over social media, which was put that tweet out saying that who does Brielle have to blow to get John Legend tickets, okay? You thought it was a joke, but like everybody has said, regardless of the fact of whether you meant it or not, it lends to a certain mindset of how you see yourself and how you see your daughter as people that can be sold for money or for John Legend tickets. Andy even played video of when Chrissy Teigen and John Legend were on Watch What Happens Live. And even though Chrissy Teigen does say that she and Kim are friends, with them terrible ass lips, okay? I talked to Chrissy Teigen. We're friends, bitch. It's all good. It's like, bitch, please do not blow any kisses at anybody with those fucking lips, because they might fall off your face, all right? Keep that to yourself. I don't care if you're friends with Chrissy Teigen. She denounced you on social media, which means, yeah, we cool, but I don't really fuck with you. And I'm sure after she watches this episode, she won't like you anymore. But John Legend was very uncomfortable and felt just like Nene did that the music is not good enough for you to offer your daughter's services to somebody for tickets to the concert, bitch, okay? It was a joke in poor taste, but you put that out there, Kim Zolciak. If you wouldn't have never said that, Kenya wouldn't have had the ammunition to use against you, which is why you don't say shit like that about your daughter, you dumbass bitch, okay? Stupid as fuck, okay? Kenya even had to move to the other side of the stage so that she could see you when she went off on your ass. Her and Nene did a tag team ass whooping verbally on Kim Zolciak, and I was so here for it the whole episode. The bitch couldn't take it no more. She was ready to jump out that seat and leave then. But we had more shit to talk about, bitch. Oh no, you under contract. You want to sit your ass in that seat and answer these questions, bitch. Kim says that the reason why she has beef with Kenya is because Kenya talked crap about her husband. But we all know Kenya didn't say anything about your husband until you started talking to her at the house, at Sheree's housewarming party. Because it was Sheree's housewarming party when she told Kenya her vagina was falling out of her dress. And Kenya was like, well, maybe you'll get lucky since you're so interested. And she was like, oh, don't worry about that, honey. I have a husband, a real man at home. She was trying to shade Kenya for the fake boyfriend shit that everybody says about her. And that's why Kenya was like, oh, why don't you worry about that real husband of yours finding a real job, bitch? Why don't you worry about that? Okay, because he don't have one right now. So she takes that thing and tries to make it seem like that's the reason why she constantly shaded Kenya every time she came into her presence. And then whenever Kenya tried to have a conversation with her to find out why the beefage was taking place in the first place, she would just shut down and not want to talk. Oh, I'm not giving you camera time, bitch. I'm not giving you a moment, bitch. And it's like, you even being on this show is them giving you a moment. So please stop. This is not your show. And you can talk about Tardy for the Party all you want to, but ain't nobody watching that shit. I don't know who's watching it. And she was like, I have my own show for a reason, bitch. And Nene was like, why? Because inquiring minds want to know, why do you have your own show? Because you saying it like that mean that you big and bad and shit, but we all know you're not. You somebody that got a show because enough fans liked you from Real Housewives of Atlanta. You got fans from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know who's still watching Tardy for the Party, but bitch, you ain't never been my cup of tea, so I wasn't ever gonna watch you or support your ass, especially not after that whole situation with Sweetie and how that played out, all right? Well, her fucking identity crisis having ass. I ain't got time. After she made that comment about having her own show, Nene was like, bitch, you don't even do anything. You don't even have any other jobs besides Don't Be Tardy for the Party, which that song and everything about that came from Nene. So I think it's hilarious that she uses that to make it seem like she's better than Nene, when in all honesty, she probably wouldn't have any of this if it weren't for Nene. Kim says that her skincare line Cashmere sold $15 million the first year. And everybody's like, oh girl, you know you a lie. Because if you had sold $15 million, if you had gotten a check for $15 million or $10 million or $5 million, I'm sure you would not be pussy popping them lips on this stage begging for this change that you're getting from Andy Cohen and Bravo TV, bitch. I'm glad that Kenya said that. Clock it. Thank you very much. So they asked Kim why she never stopped Brielle from talking shit about Kenya and Nene on social media. She says that she's grown, okay? But then says that Nene attacked her and talked about her vagina. Nene says, no, baby, that is not true. Your daughter came for me, so as a black mom who you was in my house taking video, and since your mama won't let you know, I'ma let you know. I checked that ass and let her know she's talking to a grown-ass woman, and if she wanted, she can get it at 21, okay? If she wants smoke, bitch, you can get it, okay? I can't stand that double standard, Kim. Is your daughter grown or is she a child? Because if she's a child, she needs to stay in the child's place, and you should have checked her. Portia, why are you interjecting talk about, but you did talk to her. She did not talk to her, okay? Because Kim raises her daughter the same way she is, disrespectful and entitled. And it shows, okay? It shows because at 18, Brielle had already gotten surgery to her fucking face. She hasn't even developed all the way. That shit right there shows you that Kim Zolciak is not over there doing the best she can by that child. Because for that beautiful little white girl, Brielle was very beautiful. For her to think that she needed to do anything to her face shows that you were not instilling confidence in your daughter, but entitlement and bullshit, bitch. And it's so funny to me how Kim thinks that the Roach video was funny, but she doesn't think the costume that Nene and Greg wore to the party was funny. That's funny to me, bitch, okay? If anything was funny, it was the costume shit. Your video was low-key racist, shady as fuck, and adding to all of the times that you have tried to make it seem like Nene ain't shit compared to you. Okay, I could not take Kim. She just was blatantly lying about everything. First, she lied and said that she never said, she said she never showed the Roach video at the dinner table to Sheree. They rolled the tapes back. Yes, you did show it to her. And then you said roaches, plural. It was one bug that we saw. At least as far as I can remember, it was one bug. And you literally told Sheree, look at this bitch, look at all these roaches this bitch have in the corner of her house. Because she tried to say that she posted that in response to Nene making fun of all her ailments, when really you had brought that video out to Sheree before Nene had even said anything to you. You had put that out before Nene and you had really got into it. And you were going around telling people that you thought Nene was on drugs before Nene had actually done anything to you. So to me, it seems like you had a plan from jump to come on this show and try to discredit Nene. But what you fucked up on was thinking that everybody was going to go along with that bullshit. Candy clocked you. Just because you hanging around sunken place, get out Sheree, does not mean that every other person, especially those African-American women, were going to receive what you said the same way. Candy said, I clocked you when you said that shit about Nene having a drug problem. And this is when Kim tries to play the victim and said that Candy called her alcoholic. Candy said, girl, when we sat down, you said that you can't go anywhere or do anything without Corey because you need a glass of wine to get through everything. That sounds like a drinking problem to me. And then Sheree sitting up there, well, you said it was a problem. Bitch, it is a problem if she can't go anywhere without drinking. If you can't live your life a day without without drinking. You have a drinking problem, bitch. Okay, 1 + 1 = 2, and I'm not changing it. Thank you. I was like, yes, Candy, clock the shit out of Sheree over there trying to have her back and all of this with the whisperings and the tapping. Sit your ass back and calm down, okay? Because you had your moment and you didn't like it. So sit down and shut the fuck up, Sheree. I'm sorry if y'all didn't want the profanity in this video, but y'all was gonna get it. So Candy says that her main issue was with Kim and Sheree was the fact that Kim said on camera in this same little sit down where she showed Sheree that video that Candy wanted to eat her box. And Candy feels like, girl, I have never flirted with you. I would never, ever, ever try to eat your box, bitch. Don't nobody want you, okay? Don't nobody want you like that. And Sheree was like, well, I had heard that. Really, Sheree? That's what we gonna do? You gonna say you heard that? Bitch, you didn't hear that from no fucking body. Shut your ass up. We not even about to do that. But the fact that you didn't tell me. So when I sat down and had my dinner with her, I couldn't have the conversation that I obviously needed to have because I didn't have all the information. But we done decided, and Cynthia has given her vote, that it is time to vote Sheree off as bone collector because she only loyal to Kim and only carries her bones one way. So guess what, bitch? You got a one-way ticket off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Please do not come back. Return to sender. You can go back to Chateau Sheree until they turn the electricity off on your ass because I want to know without this Real Housewives of Atlanta check how long it's going to take before you can't pay the bills at that big-ass house that you living in by yourself. Once again, bitch, good night, go to bed. Kim could not take it, especially once they started calling her privileged and racist, okay? She couldn't take it anymore, so she got her ass up and left, all right? And then we do the wrap-up of everybody, and Kenya says that she regretted the way she acted in Texas, that she, you know, looks at that as a teachable moment, and I'm like, okay, Kenya, I'm glad you felt like that, because that was like the only moment throughout the whole season that I was mad at you this season, which you weren't on a lot of episodes anyway, but still, I'm happy for Kenya, and I was actually happy to be rooting for Kenya. Like, I told y'all from the beginning that I've always been a fan of Kenya's. So when she came on the show and she was being so nasty and she came at me on social media, I was just like, bitch, whatever, okay? Whatever, all right? But for the sisters, okay? Like, I'm very... I'm very happy that I was able to be on your side today, Kenya. Thank you very much. And you came with the reads, bitch. You came with the reads. And I was here for it. Sheree says that she feels like the dynamics have changed. And I'm like, yeah, nobody is dealing with you coming off like the black sidekick to somebody who racist and you don't even care or notice that they are. And I can have respect for you as an African-American woman, Sheree, if you will sit there silently without any real disgust and be friends with a woman like Kim. Candy regrets Sheree not informing her on Kim. Cynthia says that she learned not to listen to the shit that people say, i.e. Portia. And it's like, girl, you should have learned that after that divorce from Peter. Portia says that she was humbled this season. And I'm like, girl, with a crown on your head, you better be humble. Backstage, after everybody leaves the stage and we didn't say cheers, season 10 is over, Kim calls Andy in the back because she's crying. Oh my God, you let them attack me, okay? You let all of those African-American women out there attack me. And that's why you can't get another white woman to come here because they don't want to deal with that shit, okay? They've been trying to throw this racist thing at me over and over again, and you know it's not real. There wasn't any real racism until social media, so you know this isn't true. This is ridiculous. All of those bitches out there owe everybody in this world an apology, Andy. Why didn't you defend me? Sheree, why didn't you defend me? I felt like I was there by myself. And then Croy felt like Andy should have stopped it. And Andy says, well, honey, everything was negative because everything you gave was negative. Your storyline was negative. Every time you came around these ladies, you were negative and combative. He hugged her and was like, sorry, bitch, and left. So this all makes me feel like I was so right, okay? That I really felt like Andy's liberal sensibilities were offended. I feel like he realized something about her and he decided that he wasn't fucking with her no more. And it just showed in the way the season played out. It showed in the way they produced and edited the shows. And I'm just happy that we're seeing it. Because you won't keep saying that you're not, but then turn around and say that they couldn't get any other white woman to want to sit on a stage with these black women. Like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? And the pure ignorance of you to say something like there wasn't real racism before social media. Bitch, slavery happened before social media. Jim Crow, civil rights, so many things happened before social media that were racist. The most racist of times was before social media, right around the time that your old ass was born, Kim Zolciak. So for you to be so oblivious, living in Georgia for 40 some odd years, 50 some odd years, for you to say up out of your ignorant ass mouth that racism wasn't even really that real before social media? Oh my God. Oh my God. Girl. And that is white privilege for you. To live in the South, to hang around black women and be totally oblivious to racism and the things that black people have to deal with all the time on a daily basis, off and on social media, off and on television all the time. For you to be oblivious to that, so disrespectful, so fucking ignorant, so needs to go somewhere, okay? So needs to not be on Bravo, okay? All right? That was Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 10, Part 3. I hope you guys enjoy the reunion. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see y'all in the next one.